Hey, welcome back. Now that I'm retired, I feel more comfortable talking about what I did for a living before I retired. So for the past 25 years, about 25 years, I've been working in the substance abuse treatment, mental health treatment, and social services field. And during that time, I was a certified substance abuse counselor. And here in North Carolina, I was a qualified mental health professional. And what that means is I wasn't a licensed mental health therapist. I was a certified substance abuse counselor, but not a mental health counselor. But I was allowed to and had the opportunity to work underneath licensed mental health therapist. So what I would do is be working on the coping skills while the therapist was working on the root cause of the anxiety. And some of the folks I worked with had very extreme anxiety. And one example of that would be someone who would leave their home and drive halfway to work and have to come back because they were sure they left their stove on. So one of the coping skills was, well, take a picture of your stove. Document that, yeah, the knobs are turned off. And then if you're starting to doubt yourself and your anxiety is starting to build, you take your phone out and look at the picture and say, oh yeah, I did turn my stove off. Another example would be someone who would have to return home because they're sure they didn't, or they were worried that they didn't lock their door. So one coping skill would be to document that you locked your door. Just take a picture of it. And then if you have any self-doubt or anxiety starting to build, oh, I didn't lock my door, take it out, look at the picture. So documenting things is a great way to manage anxiety and worry. And one way we can do that is with bullet journaling. So let me show you some examples. So we need a certain amount of anxiety to help us meet deadlines, to motivate us to study for tests. So a healthy amount of anxiety is good for us. We need it. If you didn't have any anxiety, you would never study for a test. We probably wouldn't even pay bills. So we need to worry a little bit, enough to motivate us to do things. But sometimes that worry can get completely out of hand. And having some good, just concrete, easy to do coping skills to manage that and keep that at a healthy level is a great thing. So I use a little bullet journal, one that I can carry with me every day. And by having it with me, then I can document things as I go along. And I can also kind of reassure myself that I'm on track and that if anxiety is getting too much, whether it's time management or money management or whatever, I can check in with my little bullet journal and get a little reassurance, a little documentation that, yeah, I'm on the right track. Or, no, I'm not on the right track and I need to address different things. So we'll look at a couple of examples here. So you can do spending trackers to kind of keep track of money. You could do it for bills that you're worried about. You could do it for a savings plan if you're trying to save up for something that you're worried about having enough money to meet that bill. You could document that the money that you're saving toward that. And you can customize it and make it anything that you want to make it. I've been tracking my gasoline usage, but you can make it anything you want to. And just keep track of the money that's going out. And have you paid that bill? You could document it here. Yes, I've paid that bill. The difference between this and your online bank statement is that you have this with you. And you don't have to fumble around with your telephone. You're worried about, did I pay that bill? Oh, yeah, okay, I paid that bill. Those of us who are old enough to remember checks and keeping a checkbook, this is like a checkbook. And you would, when you wrote a check, you would mark it in the little ledger there at the front of your checkbook, and then you could keep track of things. Well, in today's world, we don't use checks. We use those debit cards. And those debit cards, if you want to see what you've spent, you have to log into your bank account and prove that you're not a robot. And then you can tell that, you've paid something. Well, you can do that. Or you can do this, or you can do both. And this is just a way to document, hey, I've paid that. And here's one that has really helped me. This has helped me to kind of manage that feeling of being overwhelmed with having too much to do. And what I've done is just create a grid of a month. This is the month of September. And these are things that I could not miss. These are kind of written in stone, and I need to schedule my life around these things. And by creating kind of a mind map of mapping out what I need to be aware of, that I need to schedule around, then I don't double book myself, or not as much. And it's very good for tracking, just those big events in your life that you need to schedule things around. This is not my schedule. These are the obstacles to my schedule. These are the things that are going to get in the way of my schedule. And by doing this, I can, maybe keep a calendar online and just have these things written down. Just kind of a visual picture of what my month is going to look like. And another thing that's been a big psychological boost to me is when I get a day completed, drawing a line through it. That day is done. Got it done. And then there are dailies. Dailies are just a to-do list. They're a to-do list of tasks and events that you need to get done in a day. And you can see when I get one completed, I draw a big black X, and that's a big psychological boost. If I don't get it completed and I want to push it forward to the next day, I just put a little arrow and push it forward. And then if I'm not going to get it done in the next week or two, and I don't want to keep pushing it forward, I can move it back into a future log. And this is another great way to organize things so that you don't feel overwhelmed. Things aren't getting out of hand. You're keeping track of them. You're not going to forget them because you're going to document them. And a future log is something that you've put off for a month or two. And this is just a place to write those things down. So that's how a bullet journal can be used to help to manage anxiety. It's just a way to document things and keep track of them. Well, I really appreciate everybody who has subscribed to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.